Hi guys, how are you doing today? I hope good. That's great. Today we are going to learn about modal verbs. Modal verbs are special helping verbs which do not have any forms. They are always used with the present form of the main verb in a sentence. If you pay attention, you will find that you already use them in your conversation every day. They are not at all new to you. These are verbs which express different kind of things. We do not use them with tenses though. They express ability, possibility, permission, obligation and other things. So let's see what modal verbs are. Mainly we have these modal verbs which we have on page number 36. They are can, will, could, would, may, shall, might, should, must. We have can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, must. These are few modal verbs which we are going to learn today. So let's start with can. Can. This is a very common modal verb and this is used to discuss somebody's capability. Like, she can easily draw these pictures, or you can get the first prize if you practice hard. Or the example we have in the book, many athletes can run a 100-meter race in less than 10 seconds. Second is could. Could is used to show possibility. It is used in different ways. The first, when we narrate an event of past related to possibility, there we use could. For example, Rohit Sharma could hit a century because he had no pressure. In the negative form, we can say, I could not jump the wall because it was very high. The second use of could is, it is used in present but just to show politeness. But mostly while asking questions or making requests, there we use could. For example, could you please shift a little? The third use of could is, could along with have is used to express a missed opportunity or imaginary situation. For example, I could have finished the race on time if I would have paid attention. Or, she could have helped me if she wanted to. The third is may. May is used generally when there is uncertainty. For example, he may come in the party today. It means that he may not come as well. Second, may is used to seek or give permission in a formal way. Like, may I come in? Or you may go now. Also, may is used to ask questions or to talk about things that could be true. It may be false as well. The fourth is might. Might is used as the past of may, and when we are not sure about things, there we use might. For example, he might help you with your science project, or your father might give you permission for a giant wheel ride. Right? So there you always have a possibility to get a no as the answer. The fifth is must. Must is used in those cases when we have no other option but to agree to that fact. It becomes an obligation. For example, you must wear school uniform when you come to school. Now I ask a question. Do we have any option to wear a short pant or a jeans and a t-shirt on a regular basis? No. We have to wear the school uniform when we are coming to school. So this is what it is. The sixth is will. We use will now with every pronoun. Earlier, we had been using will only with you, he, she, it, and they. Now, use of will with I and we is also acceptable. We use will with future events. For example, Samaira will dance in annual function tomorrow. The seventh is would. Would is used primarily as the past of will. For example, I thought you would come along. But when you say something with courtesy, you use would there as well. For example, I would like to help you if you don't feel bothered. The eighth is shall. Shall is used when we seek permission in more informal way or to be assertive about things. For example, I shall go to play tomorrow even if it rains. Or, Papa, shall I go now for cycling? The ninth is should. Should is used when we want to indicate what is appropriate or we are obliged to do something. For example, we should not come out of our houses unnecessarily due to COVID. Or you should respect your elders. Right? So that is all for now. If you have any confusion, you can definitely ask me now. Thank you.